The Big Show on Hauraki. Cheers, Tui, for bringing back the laughs in a world gone mad. Yeah, right.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hauraki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon, the 1st of October 2024, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Tui.
How good.
How good, eh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Tui
right,
the
man.
beer? Is that Tui the beer, is it?
Yeah, man.
What Tui did you think?
Oh, well, you don't know. Because
Yeah,
he
okay.
just said brought to you by Tui. So it could be
Yeah.
the bird. It could be the birds that put their hat around.
The bird
And,
hat.
because I know Jase's relationship with birds.
Yeah, they freaked me out a bit.
I had a lot of experience with Tui when I was living on Waiheke Island, so it could be them. And they're like, look, we need to get a bit of a public-facing campaign going
Yeah,
to talk
okay.
about the issues surrounding Tui.
Maybe also, maybe that's like a run for vote for us for Bird of the Year sort of
Thank
thing, you know?
Yeah, a little
Sure.
bit late this year.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, though, fellas, it's to do with Tui and the fact that they're bringing back the whole Year Right campaign.
No, it is that.
Yeah, totally about that, man.
Yeah, it is that. And they said that they couldn't bring it back in this day and age, and to that, Tui said, yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nice. Hey, now listen, Mogi, I don't know if your T-shirt is smaller or you're just more buff today, but my God, I'm loving it.
Thanks very much, man. I'll tell you what. Can I tell you a little secret? I had quite a nice experience yesterday where I met a couple of heroes, or a couple of backbones anyway. And I normally never ask for a photo, but I did ask for a photo. It was Rachel Hunter, Tame Iti, and Dame Lisa Carrington.
Sure.
And I said, look, I'm just going to get a photo for my mum here. I'm just going to step into this. And I got a photo, and my guts is sticking out so far, I'm never going to be able to send it to anyone. I look like an absolute bag of shit.
Can I... No,
Every time you say that, I feel terrible.
I'm sorry.
I will show you the
I
photo.
will not accept that. Well, your stomach may be coming out a bit, but it's popping with abs. That's why.
They're
It's
fat.
popping, man.
But
I don't-
anyway, it's a shocker of a photo I have to show you. I'm
Yeah.
not giving it to bloody Pugs. He'll stick it up on socials.
Of course he will. Now, I tell you what, Keyzie, it's back.
Hey, I know!
The pink jacket.
It's exciting,
It
man.
is
It's
so...
not.
It is
Listen,
the
fellas.
pinkest jacket
Fellas.
in
It is
the
pink,
world.
fellas.
And can I just say, it is a bold move, but my God,
is.
you pull it off,
He
Keyzie.
does.
You look great, man.
You look. You say what you want about Keyzie. He knows how to pull it off.
Totally.
No, he knows fashion is what you should have said there. This isn't pink. It was faded red.
That is the pinkest thing
Faded
I've ever seen in my
red.
life. Now, maybe one day it was red, but today and every day moving forward, it's pink.
I'm telling you right now, we're getting Pugs in after we go to after this voice break. He's going to take a photo of that.
We're running a poll.
And if that isn't pink, then my ass is, I don't know, but that is
Filthy?
pink. Yes. Well, no, it's clean. It's really clean and non-hairy and quite pert.
Yeah, good. I'm going well, thanks, fellas. By the way, I've had a great day.
We'll
What?
get into that after this,
Oh,
shall
will
we?
we?
Yeah, and incidentally, I'm fine too. Thanks for asking, fellas. Here's Savannah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Smashing Pumpkins there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 13 minutes past 4 o'clock, and now it's time for the topic of the day. Weird things that make you cry.
Yes. Yes. Well,
So-
I saw you reaching there, Keys. I thought
Have you
had
got a
cool
sting for that?
Is there? Oh, I just didn't know there was supposed to be a topic of the day.
Oh, it's the
Sting.
topic of the day.
Oh, here it is. It's the topic of the day.
That's really good.
With Mogi.
With old Mogi today, yeah. This is a bit of a weird one. This came up because I had Jonah Lomu highlights come up on my Instagram, and whenever I watch Jonah Lomu highlights, they make me cry. And I'm not talking about sobbing.
Yes.
But they make me well up, and I don't know what that is. I think it's because he was so magnificent. He was an athlete that we'd never seen before, but there was also the tragedy around him as well, because he was incredible, but then he would, through his sickness, as you found out later, he wouldn't always be amazing in every single game because he had kidney failure and all this stuff. So he was never going to be. But you didn't know that as the crowd, as the public. So there was a lot of people talking a lot. They would bag him hard and sort of really give it to him. But yet when there was 1 minute to go in any game and you were down, be it the All Blacks or Wellington or Counties when he was with them or the Blues or whatever,
The Hurricanes.
everybody in the crowd would be saying, give it to Jonah.
Yes.
Give it to Jonah. Like, there is one person on the planet who can score from anywhere on the field, and it was him. And so there was something about, and so now, because it's the whole story about what he was like, and nobody could do what he could do on the field. You watch that, and it brings tears to my eyes. He was a glorious athlete.
He was magnificent. And, yeah, the fact that he underplayed it so much, too. And one of the great, they were talking to Laurie Maines, one of his coaches in the All Blacks there, and he said one of his biggest regrets was he felt that Lomu had been lazy over the summer and hadn't done all the exercises. He wasn't great on the field when they were training and stuff. So he absolutely flogged him. Like physically, worked him to the bone. And he later found out that actually it wasn't that he'd been lazy, it was that he was quite sick at that time, and he was like, oh.
And he never told anyone.
And he didn't tell anyone about it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it is sad. I tell you the weird thing that I don't cry, but I get very emotional and a bit moist in the eyes, is seeing old men in the supermarket wearing a jumper with a collar over the top of it. And often they'll wear sort of an old school kind of hat, and they'll have their little basket there and a courgette and a little loaf of bread, a Hoity J loaf maybe.
A chode loaf.
And some cheese.
That's pretty expensive.
Maybe a little jar of Marmite. And they're always lovely. They're always chatty. And you see, they go up to the tellers and they're just chatting away and they just want to interact and feel a part of, because they're lonely. They're lonely, Mogi.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad. It makes me sad to see that.
I
quite
think you
genuinely.
see yourself in them, though, don't you?
I see myself in them. Absolutely, I do.
The most recent experience of this was a couple of years ago. We dug out our old handy cam from at home.
Oh, yeah.
And we watched all the videos from when I was a wee boy.
Oh, yeah.
That'll break your heart.
And there's footage of, me and Dad, building a go-kart together. Just one of those wooden ones with the rope steering. Go down the hill on that,
your dad building it, but yeah.
Yeah, he built it. I just filmed him on the handy cam. And my first game of rugby and stuff, that made me sad. Or happy sad, It's like, oh, wow, time's really moved on.
Yeah, totally, man, totally.
Cutting onions.
That makes you sad, does it?
Makes me tear up.
Yeah.
Running out of darts when I'm on the hammer.
Yeah. Oh, look.
I feel like we've turned a bit of
running out of darts, and
shops closed and that.
Kids are banging on the background because they haven't been fed.
Yeah,
for 2 days.
I feel like we started really earnest
for 2 days,
and
Actually, just on that, I remember going camping, a school camp, and me and my mate we set up a tent near a little river, and we got flooded.
Johnny Bruff.
No, it wasn't Johnny Bruff. It was another guy called Derek. And we had our darts with us, and it rained really heavily that night, right through the tent, and all our darts got wet.
I'm sorry, man.
I cried then.
Oh wow, the kids
genuinely,
couldn't have
I
darts.
cried.
Yeah.
No, said Hoity J. No, the Kaimanawa Rangers there, Keyzie.
That's really sad, Jase.
Hey, text us. What makes you? What weird things make you cry?
3483. You can also send us a talkback on the iHeartRadio app. Everyone that does in the draw for a brand new TUI prize pack. Worth doing.
Hey,
What?
Is this Vanilla Radio?
It almost
I
is.
don't know if it is.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah, it's fringing.
It's Led Zeppelin.
Oh, right.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Pearl Jam there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:38. We didn't get to cover it yesterday, so let's have a bit of sports chat. Let's start with the rugby over the weekend there. I didn't get to see the game live, New Zealand versus Australia. I was out to dinner. Then I woke up in the morning, watched the replay, making sure that I avoided all media of any kind. I think I missed a replay, but then consequently found it 6 minutes in and watched the game. Australia threw the kitchen sink at us for that first 10-15, played bloody well, and I thought, oh, God, here we go.
Oh, no.
But I thought we came back very strongly and was probably one of our most comprehensive performances of the season. Some absolutely sensational tries.
Yeah.
Will Jordan is just a freak. Caleb Clark is in the best form of his life, I reckon. He's looking great.
He is
Still
looking good.
some issues for the All Blacks. In terms of the season thus far in the Rugby Championship, I'll give us an overall score of B-.
Oh, yeah.
How good?
How many buzzies, though?
Well, that's TV chat. It's different. Wallace Satiti.
He's a star.
He's a star, and everyone was worried about he's too young. He needs to fill
he's
out.
brilliant.
He is absolutely fantastic. And there is a number of plays that the All Blacks ran that all started from his individual brilliance.
Yes, and he's going to end up number 8 very soon, I reckon.
fair
Even though, it's hard to replace the current number 8. He's a legend.
One thing I like is the advantage law in the 22.
Sure.
Where if somebody gives away a penalty
On defence.
you keep on defence, so
Yeah.
the attacking team has got an advantage.
Yep.
And you play from there 30 phases
Yes.
that take 25 minutes. You can be outside the 22 and make 20 metres, and then if they don't score a try from it, he will call it all the way back to this offence that has happened. It drives me up the goddamn wall. It should be 5 phases or 10 metres, whichever comes first, or you say to the ref, we want the penalty. Giving it such an unfair advantage, it goes for so goddamn long.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
And it's also up to the referee, and referees, it's different from ref to ref. It is a shocking rule.
Yes.
Shocking.
You should have 30 seconds, and then you have to play some razzle-dazzle.
Razzle-dazzle.
Try something.
Exactly.
And then after 30 seconds, if it didn't work, then you go back. Or something like that.
It's a free pass. Moving on to the cricket, what an absolute debacle. That first innings batting display by New Zealand was just disgraceful. We showed a bit more ticker in the second innings, but it only really reflected how badly we played in the first innings. I look ahead to the summer, Mogi, and I think to myself, she's going to be a grim summer.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to get our asses handed to us time and time again. Conservative selections again.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for the summer of cricket. I've got to be frank
I
about
was
it.
just going to say they just need to make some choices and look towards the future.
Sure.
They're going to make some big calls, because watching us just get slowly humped in every single game is going to be absolutely grueling.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those summers where we have little moments that are really good, but then get pumped in the overall test match.
Their first test series victory over us in like 15 years, Sri
Right.
Lanka.
Was
Probably
it?
the last time
Yeah.
we played
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
The
which is
last
pretty
time we
crazy.
played there,
Yeah.
yes.
Of course, we had the NRL on over the weekend, the preliminary final. The Storm pants the Roosters, and the Panthers absolutely pants the Sharks as well. To be honest, this final series has been a wee bit of a letdown as a footy fan. I wanted upsets. I wanted teams like the Manly Sea Eagles to do well. I thought the Roosters could fire a shot, but then they lost Sam Walker, their half. All downhill. Foregone conclusion, it was always going to be Melbourne v Penrith. I have no idea who's going to win this game this weekend. It is Sunday, 9:30, and the ACC will be commentating that. I'll be
it's
doing
going to be me and Mania.
Oh, is it you and Mania?
Yeah, for the grand
Jase,
final.
it's me and Mania, all right?
Yes.
I imagine that an abomination that would be, old
I'd
Hoodie
be
J.
so good.
You'd be so good. Name 3 players from the Storm.
Well, that'll be on the screen, hopefully.
Oh, okay. 9:30 Sunday, though. Storm v Panthers. I think the Storm are going to win.
I think Penrith's going to win.
I think Penrith too.
Oh, okay.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Fleetwood Mac there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. What a great afternoon it is too, fellas?
Oh, man.
Just take a moment to enjoy that beautiful sunny day out there.
Okay.
Here's to many more to come. Now, listen, if you're thinking of bending a knee to that special person in your life and maybe proposing something special to them, you need to listen up to this, because our mates at Diamond on Richmond have given us an amazing opportunity for all you backbones out there.
Just confirming, it's not Diamond on Richmond. They've actually got more than one.
Diamonds
on
on Richmond. Yes.
And that's Richmond singular, not Richmond's. So they...
Pedantic ass Keyzie. Mr. Edmonds really having a
Jase.
go at me
Captain
here.
Edmund,
It's
if you don't
Captain
mind.
Edmund,
No,
all right?
Captain Edmund.
If you're going to get it, say it, you're going to get it correct. So they have Diamonds on Richmond have given us a $10,000 diamond engagement ring to give to one lucky backbone out
Wow.
there. Someone who's thinking of dropping a knee.
Bending a knee.
Why does it matter?
Because there's a very big difference, Keyzie.
Proposing. Someone who's
Yeah.
thinking of proposing. The winner will also get the full assistance of we here at The Big Show. If you are keen to enter this, hauraki.co.nz, enter there. And also if you head into Diamonds on Richmond and say the secret phrase, my wife, before the 25th of October, they will pay the GST for you on the ring. Huge saving. Here are some suggestions that have come through, people entering the draw, right? Because you have to tell us a bit about how you want the proposal to go.
Sure.
Picture this, fellas. I'd take my partner to Hoity J's batch.
Oh.
When we arrive, it turns out someone is already there. But never mind. The Big Show boys appear from behind a big pile of bricks, holding a sign saying, will you marry me? And then screaming, backbone.
Yeah.
That's from Anonymous, by the way.
That's quite good.
That's great.
Good, right? Yeah.
And so what? He or she would marry us?
No. So we'd yell it
Oh, right.
on behalf of Anonymous
Right.
to Mr. or Mrs.
Will
Anonymous.
you marry him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
or her. G'day,
Or they?
G'day, fellas. Anonymous here.
Ah.
Just bought a house with my partner, so on settlement day I was thinking of proposing in front of the old sold sign. What do you think? Cheers.
Yeah, mate, that is the capitalist dream come true, isn't it?
It really is.
My G, I suppose in many respects, new beginnings, Mogi.
Oh, yeah,
You know
fresh
what I mean?
start.
Fresh starts.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good.
Hello there. My name is Anonymous.
Oh, yes.
I would take my partner to the beautiful Marlborough Sounds, set up a wee picnic on the beach before getting down on one knee. Cheers. Sounds nice, you know.
Does he say or she say what's going to be in the picnic?
Oh, yeah, they just entered again with another note that says, hey, just the picnic is a ploughman's.
Nah.
Oh,
No, that'd ruin it.
sorry, did I say ploughman's? Sourdough, make your own sandwich board,
Nah.
which I totally just made up. That doesn't exist. But hey, keep
Well, I'm
the
sure it does, Keyzie.
Yeah.
keep the great entries coming in, hauraki.co.nz. Don't forget, if you do need to go get yourself an engagement ring, head to Diamonds on Richmond. It is stress-free and a very easy way to buy an engagement ring.
And can I just say, really make an effort when you're sending in these entries.
Yeah.
You got a chance here to win $10,000. A little bit of detail around what you're going to do, where, what your person means to you, etc.,
Sure, yeah,
etc.,
bit
what
of-
your
bit of that
situation is.
stuff.
Couple of lines. I'll be honest with you, it's probably not going to win you jack.
Sure, man.
Good on you, mate.
Give us some details about the person you love. In the meantime, here's Arctic Monkeys.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Arctic Monkeys there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 4:56. Coming up after 5 o'clock, we're going to have a bit of trade me chat and the do's and don'ts, I guess you'd say. How much you're obliged to help people that you sell to, etc., etc.
Just Trade Me or Facebook Marketplace or just buying and selling anything in general?
Yeah, anything in general, I suppose.
Yeah. Although probably not a house.
No.
More
No.
smaller goods and stuff.
General items. Yeah. Also some tattoo chat.
Yes.
Just because I've noticed Pugsan, we've been having a go at his tattoos and how they don't really make sense. He's got a whole heap of them.
Tat chat.
And he's been, tat chat. And he's just been getting a little down in the dumps about that.
Sure.
So he's going to come through and just explain some of the ones that we don't quite get.
Have you seen his piercings, by the way?
Have I what?
Yeah. Ooh-wee, it's...
Confronting.
Yeah, confronting is the word I
Yeah.
use. Yeah, very confronting.
How does he go wheeze with it as well? I
Yeah,
wanna know.
that's what I was thinking too. It's like,
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're getting through your Tuesday tickety-boo. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Tui. Beer.
Yum. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right.
Hey, as the self-proclaimed irreverent voice of the nation, too, he reckons the world's gotten a little too serious, so they're
That's
bringing
true,
back
man.
the old "yeah, right."
I reckon.
That really took the world by storm.
It was huge.
It was
man.
huge.
All around the world.
And like your mates who didn't really have a sense of humour all of a sudden had one because they could just say like,
Oh, yeah, right.
next to a billboard, eh? Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. I tell you what, I'm also really loving. They've got great T-shirts, the old Tui.
No, they do.
Really nice T-shirts.
You're in hooking into the merch out there, haven't you?
Yeah,
I saw
and
you.
I've got their cap as well. I'm all good to go, man.
I saw you wrapping up each of the T-shirts in Christmas wrapper there.
Yeah.
And addressed to your missus there and your mum.
Totally,
Good on
man.
you, man.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
on you.
Listen, it's never too early to start planning for Christmas,
That's
Mogi.
true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's just
for
that we
sure.
were going to give those away to the listeners.
Yeah,
Oh, we've
right.
got other packs.
Next to a billboard.
So good.
Got him.
So good.
Got
No,
the sucker, Keyzie.
Pug Son's
What?
been coming in an hour early every day and making up those packages, apparently, our Tui packages.
Yeah, right.
Just
Hey!
yeah,
Got him.
got him.
Your face,
Got
Woody J.
him.
Just out of curiosity, Jase, what time do you reckon Pug Son starts?
He usually starts around 10 or 11.
Isn't it lunchtime?
An hour later.
1 p.m.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
12. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah, okay, well, I was
got
close.
him.
Yeah.
Ah.
Hey, no, coming
Jase,
up, yes, what?
Your haircut looks good, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I tell you what, just on that front, actually, I've got a big wodge of wax in my hair and it's just all stuck together in a big clump.
That's not wax, man. That's bird poos.
Oh,
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Jihad there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 5:14. What's wrong, Mogi?
Oh, I'm all good, man. Hey, over the weekend, I went and picked up a bed. It was a whole family affair, actually, because we had to go and get a van. So it was a queen-size bed, mattress and base, with the bed head on it. So I had to go and grab that. I had to hire a van. My wife followed me in the Teeter truck with my daughter. My wife she handled the purchase of it, the interaction with the person who sold it, all of that jazz. And we sort of had a bit of a back and forth about what time we'd be picking it up, this bed. But we never got his phone number, and so the time changed. So we just sort of showed up, but he never responded to the fact that we'd be coming early. Then we got there and we sent him an email and we said, hey, we're downstairs, and he never responded to that either. So I was over it. So there was 30 apartment buttons there, and I just started ringing every single one of them to say,
Oh my
hey, we're here
goodness.
to pick up a bed, and sooner or later I was going to get it right. I got to the sixth one, and for the very first time, somebody actually answered. And I said, look, I don't know if I got the right place, but I'm here to pick up a bed. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's me. So sweet as.
Wow, that's lucky.
So we go up there, second floor, get up there, and it was a studio apartment. So it was him and his missus. His missus wasn't there. We go in there, me, my wife, and my 5-year-old daughter, and he just stands at the door, points at the bed, and he goes, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. And I said, any chance you can give us a hand, man? And he's like, yeah, sure. I was like, cool. So we then had to move everything out down to the car, sort of gradually. He sort of had no idea about what he was doing, but I was happy to help him with that. But I was sort of a little bit taken aback by the fact that he thought that my wife should do it, either my wife or my kid.
Who, Mogi Jr.?
Mogi Jr.
Which she could have.
She's very strong.
Yeah, she could have, to be fair.
But I guess it just raised the question of me, like, I don't want to bring sex into it, but what do you feel your obligation is? And I can only ask you because you're males, when somebody comes to pick something up that would be heavy or awkward, and maybe it's a woman or a man that might not have the strength to do what's required.
Yeah, okay. So
A person that's not strong enough.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I had this exact scenario. We were selling an
You
old...
went and bought a bed with my wife,
And your 5-year-old kid.
my 5-year-old kid.
Mogi Jr.? No, that wasn't it. I had this scenario where I was the seller.
Oh,
I sold a set of drawers.
nice.
They were garbage, to be honest. They were about $100 flat pack. They were
Yeah.
crap. But I had built them all. We'd used them, and I decided to sell them. And a woman shows up in a Toyota Aqua, similar to your one. And she is, I'm going to say, late 50s.
Yeah.
Very small, very thin. And then I'm just like, oh, I'll leave the drawers out for you. And she was like, oh, I might need a hand. And I was
Right.
like, oh, okay, so I'll be home at this time. And then she shows up, and I'm like, oh, okay, so she literally can't do anything.
Yeah.
I have to do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, you know, you're at least going to, pay a little extra or something for the handling fee. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
going to lift this bastard
Sure.
into the car.
And
And it didn't even fit.
It's a similar thing with my wife and I picking up 2 massive armchairs. The guy that was there, it was in an apartment as well, Mogi.
Yeah.
They were big bastards too. He was stoned off his head, and my wife and I, he wasn't really interested in helping and stuff. Obviously, I think legally there's no obligation to
No.
do anything. You can just go.
Legally.
But like, from a moral standpoint, if I was in that scenario, I would absolutely help someone in that situation, more because I want them off my property as quickly as possible.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. The sooner they're gone, the better.
Yes.
I don't think I don't see the other side of it.
Let's go to the phones here where we've got Pete who's rung up. Pete, what would you do in this situation there, man?
Speaking for myself as a tradie, I would have just got stuck in and given Mogi a hand.
Backbone.
What a
That's
backbone,
right.
Peter.
Yeah,
You're a
Pete.
massive backbone.
Hang on, Pete, what do you do for a crust, man?
Roofer.
Backbone! You just got yourself a Tui prize
You
pack,
got Tui prize pack there, man. That's how easy it is.
That's how good it is. But listen, I mean, I think generally speaking, most people would be of that vein, don't you think?
Well, let's find
Let's
out.
find out on 3483, or you can call us on 0800 Hauraki like old Pete did. Yes, I said it slightly wrong. That's my bad.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that.
And you could win a Tui prize pack as well. My sort of attitude is I am selling it. It's your responsibility to come and bring enough people to deal. Obviously, I'll give you a hand, sure, if you ask. Ask the question. Hey, if I come around and pick it up, do you reckon you could give me a hand with it? Yes, sweet.
Sure,
I had a similar situation where I sold a massive sack of dillies. And that was a heavy bastard, Mogi, because there was some big action going on there, and I carried it up to the car for the person that bought it, and I didn't think twice about it.
Right.
Backbone.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Queens of the Stone Age on the radio, Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 5:26. We're talking Trade Me, and if you sell a product from your house and someone comes over to pick it up, how do you feel about helping them if it's a bed or a bit of furniture or something like that? Or do you feel like it's, the buyer's responsibility to get it off the premises? Let's go to the phone lines. G'day, Cullen, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, g'day, Hoodie J. How's it all going, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate.
G'day,
good.
you sick bastard.
What are your thoughts on this, Cullen, mate? If someone bought something off you, a bed or something like that, and they needed a hand, would you be okay with that, or would you say, nah, your problem, mate?
Well, look, mate, I'm selling things. I'm selling and buying things every day. You're always going to give them a hand, mate. Gets them off the property way quicker.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. And also, one of the things that we're forgetting about too, fellas, is ratings and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to get a bad rating from people.
You don't want a sad face on Trade Me.
No, exactly. Hey, Cullen, stay on the line there, and Pugs might sort you out with something. G'day, Patrick, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, good, thanks yourself, Hoodie.
Yeah, good, thanks, Patrick. How's Christchurch today?
Oh, quite swell, actually, quite swell.
Nice. What's your view on this, Patrick?
I mean, I have to ask the question to myself, do I look like a moving company?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, the answer's going to be no for that.
Yeah, good on you, Patrick. You're the kind of person that all your neighbours hate, so
Yeah.
good on you, mate. You're a goddamn backbone.
So like the situation that Keyzie mentioned about this frail 50-year-old woman, you'd happily see her dragging a bed by herself out of your property.
I mean, yeah, well, if she doesn't come prepared, then
it's
she's
on her.
not going to get it.
Dead right, Patrick.
yeah.
Dead right. I agree, mate.
Well, I feel that there's a sense of community that's lacking here. I think so. Someone's texted in here on 3483, and I'm inclined to agree. Hey lads, Kieran here. If you don't help someone lifting furniture they've brought from you, you're a blouse and you should be jailed immediately. It ain't Kiwi not to muck in and help your neighbours, whether
Correct,
they're your
mate.
actual neighbours,
Yes.
or your pretend neighbours. And I completely agree with that. How good are people going to feel if you just muck straight in, you help them, you pack the car, if it's an older person or anyone that needs a hand, you send them on their way with a smile on their face.
Yes.
As opposed to being a prick like old mate there on the line.
There is a middle ground, right, where it's like, hey, I'm coming to pick up a bed. It'll just be me. Do you reckon you could give me a hand and lift it in the car? Like, front foot that. Don't just show up and be like, well, are you going to give me a damn lift for this? Or is me and Mogi Jr. going to stand here with looking like...
I actually have an expectation when people turn up that I'm going to need to help them. I assume, because more times than not, you do have to help. We got rid of, over the last couple of weeks, we got rid of a couch. Guys turned up on Saturday. He turned up with 8 guys because he's moving his whole house.
Yeah.
And so he's just taking all these guys around with him to pick stuff up and then to move his house, and he's getting it done as quick as he can. Then we also sold a couple of single beds to 2 separate people. Both of them turned up alone. And I helped both of them get it out, get it in their car and pack it up
Right.
and piss them off.
Right.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
No.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I tell you what, I've got nothing better to do, 100%.
There's a lot of text here on 3483. Sam here, I'd probably just watch you struggle with the bid and, to be honest, probably laugh as well.
Yeah.
So Sam's a backbone.
Yeah, give him a Tui prize pack.
Old Al.
Yeah, right.
Hey.
Yeah. Al here on 3483 says, once they buy and pay for it, it ain't mine anymore. Up to them to get it off my premises. Amen, brother.
Yeah, you're an a-hole.
Yeah.
No,
You
it's,
are, and
it's,
you and
it's
you are.
pronounced
I
Al.
respect your point of view,
Do you?
but just so you know, people don't like you.
Yes, and I'm only going to give him one buzzy.
Yeah, you got one buzzy for that. 100% one buzzy.
Can we just, like, people have just tuned in there here. I'm only going to give them one buzzy.
It's a one buzzy rating. That's how we rate things here. It's out of 5 buzzies total.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
You all right?
Yeah.
You're the one that started that, by the way, Keyzie. You don't get all indignant now.
No. It's just randomly coming in and saying, I'll give you one buzzy.
I'm giving you one buzzy for this chat.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Temper Trap there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this, what is it, Tuesday afternoon. The time is 5:39. A special treat. We've got old Pugsan from Studio B in the studio with us, and you may be asking why, Hoity J, why is that the case? Because we want to talk to Pugsan about his terrible tattoos.
But yeah.
I was a little bit worried there. Thought it might have been
Connie Chat? Yeah.
It did cross
thank
my mind.
Yeah,
God.
same
no,
actually.
I'm
Just
glad you
very
didn't.
flick it in there.
That's cool.
I mean, we could still fit this in probably a little bit later on. Connie Chat with old Pugsan.
Yeah.
Well, look, the reason we've got Pugs in, fellas, is because recently we've been making light of his very tasteful tattoo collection. He's a good-looking fella. He's a stylish lad, and he's got all sorts of, people might call it, just higgledy-piggledy tattoos sort of thrown randomly.
It's got that vibe about it, hasn't it?
It's like you just got
Higgledy-piggledy.
a handful of stickers and just threw it at Pugsan. Some of them landed. And so we thought we'd give you a chance to come in and just talk us through some of your tats.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to know, man? I got a few. Do you want me to run you through some of them?
What?
Well, I can see the heart one. You've got that heart one on your forearm.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's sort of like, it was from a piece of art that I really liked.
Really?
Logie, and it was one part of a much larger piece. And I thought, I quite like the way that heart was drawn. So I thought,
So that's your interpretation of how it was done.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Can I have a look at that, please?
The heart, sure.
Oh, yeah, cool. So it's just like a generic heart. And did that speak to
What
you?
did that
it?
mean? Yeah, it did speak to me. It spoke to me a lot.
Right.
I've also got this
Were you
rose.
off your head on mushies or something?
What's that?
Did it speak to your heart, Pugsan?
Spoke to me a lot. Many words were shared. I've got a rose on my inner wrist, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And that's because my father and my sister both also have a rose tattoo.
Okay.
So my sister's got one in the same place. My dad's got one as well. And I got a little rose bud added to mine for my 7-year-old niece, whom I love very much.
Right.
Oh, is it a
Yeah.
bud? Is that what that is?
Yeah. What's with the sort of filthy-looking blowfly?
Yeah, the blowfly on your arm. What is that?
Philip, we've had this yarn. So you'll notice that there's a few stripes on the blowfly.
Oh, is it meant to be a bee?
Yeah.
Was that someone just starting off with their tattooing? Or?
Yeah. What is the guts with it? Because it's a big one. It's prominent. It is. I mean, it's definitely a winged insect. 100%.
And just for scale for people out there, like it's about the size of a CD.
It's I'll tell you what it is. It's 30 times the size of an actual bee/fly.
That's
Yes.
right.
That was my first tattoo, actually.
Right, was it?
Yeah.
What
that
made you
makes
want to
sense.
get that?
I don't
dear.
know. You know how they kind of say
Just
roll
taking
it?
the piss, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry?
pretty much, man. No, I was just.
You know
taking
how
the
what?
piss. You know how when you they say that there's a general rule if you want to get a tattoo, wait a couple of years or a year or something before you decide to pull the trigger.
Right.
So I wanted to get a tattoo for ages when I was a teenager, and I was like, you know what, this is the one I want, and I still wanted it 2 years later. So I was
Right.
like, stuff it, I'll get it.
I don't even know what that one is. Is that a pepper shaker with a number 13?
That is exactly what that is, Jase. Spilling the salt.
There's
man.
a big story behind that, I'm sure, Pugsan.
Not really, actually. I was getting this other tattoo that I don't really like at all now, and I saw this in the flash book. I was like, I'll get that one.
Oh, yeah.
right.
So you got that one out of the book in the shop.
I literally got it out of the book in the
yeah.
shop.
Is that-
Yeah.
cool.
Looks more like a sort of hot air balloon than a pepper shaker, but no, I take the
Depends on
point.
which way my arm's going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right. So do you have like a tattoo of yours that's probably your least favourite?
I do.
Is it that one on the inside of your wrist?
Nah.
I think that's meant to, I don't even...
I reckon it
It
would
looks
be
like
that one.
fire.
I actually really like that.
No, I don't think it'll be that one. I think it'd be sort of like the moth that's on his neck, the neck moth.
Well-
That'd certainly be my least favourite.
That's actually my favourite one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird, eh? Different strokes.
What was that one around your nipple? Because that made me nearly throw up.
And what about that eyeball on your knee? That's got to be that's an all-time shit.
I really like that. I really like that one. No, I actually really like all of those. Do you want to see the one that I don't like?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's dropping his pants.
Yeah, boy.
He
I
actually
don't
is.
know.
Look at
I
us.
want to see this.
I have to show one of you at a time.
Oh, my God.
Can you see that?
Jase is putting his glasses on.
Oh my God, he's got backbone.
Backbone tattooed on his ass.
He's got backbone on his ass. When did you get that?
A few weeks ago, same time I got the salt shaker. And I've been
Right.
waiting for the right time to show you, fellas. And I thought, you know what? Now's a great time, boys. So you remember the big bender that we did a little while ago?
Yeah.
And all
Yes.
those dudes got tattoos.
Yes, I do
And I was
remember.
gutted because I missed out because I was setting up the live show. And so I organised to go and
That's
get the
right.
backbone tattoo like a couple of weeks later.
How good.
So that's definitely my worst one. I just want to say the font's like all
I
cooked.
disagree. You should get that across your back, across your shoulders.
Hell yeah. Well, if anyone out there has tattoos that they massively regret, like old Pugsan with most of his, I certainly regret him getting them. Text through on 3483.
Yeah, man.
This is a tune. This is Oasis.
Yeah, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Def Leppard there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Eyes to the front, Keyzie.
How cool is
Far
Def
out.
Leppard, man?
Yes, so good.
Wow.
Hey, now listen, we were just talking about terrible tats.
No, we were talking about Pugs' tats.
Yeah, well, that's
Same
what I
diff.
mean. Yeah. And a few people have texted in on 3483 in that regard, Keyzie, I believe.
Yeah, they've texted in. Oh, no, sorry, they've texted in.
They've texted in.
Yeah. It's not a tattoo on me, but my ex got my name and the Leo sign tattooed on her lower back, tramp stamp styles.
Oh,
They're not together anymore.
wow.
So obviously, yeah, that's
Okay.
it's a bit embarrassing there and there. I just want to say it was a superb explanation of tattoos. Might have to add 2 regrettable tattoos that I have on the back of my arms that my boyfriend did. She basically drew it onto some paper and said, I want to put this on my arm. He did such a bad job that she just tells people that my 7-year-old son designed them because it's an easier way to justify
Yeah,
it.
that's the way to go.
Yeah, good.
So that's
Very
pretty,
nice.
yeah.
Hey, now listen, coming up after 6 o'clock, by the way, we want to settle this argument once and for all about Keyzie's pink jacket. We've posted it on
the way you
we've
say that-
posted it on the Instagram account, and we want you to have your say and have a definitive answer by the end of the show, all right?
And it's been a topic of conversation for some years now. And Keyzie, when you came in today, you knew that wasn't gonna go without comment, right?
See, I forgot because I was filming Game of Two Halves
Right.
today, right? Went there, everyone, lovely faded red jacket.
Who
Keyzie.
said that one?
Who
The
said that?
makeup woman.
No, I'm not gonna lie, no one said anything.
Yeah, thank you.
But
Then you got changed into the clothes that you wear for the show.
that's right, and I put
Yeah.
this back on it. As I was driving to the show, I was like, oh God, I'm wearing my faded red jacket that the guys continuously call pink. But you can have your say. We've put a photo up at the Hauraki Big Show's Instagram page there, and for some reason we'll get into that
And what's
next.
great about it is it's a binding referendum.
It
so
is,
if the
always.
audience say it's pink, then forevermore Keyzie has to refer to it as his pink
Pink
jacket.
jacket.
My
yeah.
little pink jacket.
Also after
Wait.
6 o'clock, of course, what's on the TV with Mike Minogue, so make sure you stay tuned.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Tui.
Ah, how good.
The TUI Year Right campaign is officially back from this week onwards around New Zealand. You might see those classic Year Right signs reappearing,
Yeah.
which is bloody good. Because you know what? The world could use a laugh right now, Jace.
Totally, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
No.
Yeah.
Well, no, that
Got you good,
Thank-
man.
thank-
Got you real good,
Mike.
Keyzie.
He did,
you see
actually.
that, Woody J?
Yeah, I did, man.
Got him good.
Oh, not only did I see it, I heard it. Yeah, right. Now, listen, the podcast outro today, which is our little chat before the show starts. Very off the cuff, very relaxed. Just getting
Mike,
into
it's
the
off the cuff.
just
It's off
very
the cuff, Mike.
just getting into the swing of it for the day every day.
Little
And
chit chat.
today, I believe our clip is me chatting about my accountant. he starts talking to me about stuff and he'll go, oh, now are you doing this? Because this would be a good thing for you to do. And I just immediately switch off.
It's like that Homer Simpson thing where he's getting told something really important and it cuts to inside his brain.
Yeah,
and he got that old there's a bird on a swing and another one playing an accordion.
Yes.
So good.
It was
times,
actually quite
guys.
interesting because we were talking about, because we have quite a lot of meetings here for Radio Hauraki and
Like agencies and advertising.
yeah,
and
marketing, that sort of thing. And I can tell you, old Hoodie J has a very low patience threshold. Can I
Yes.
phrase it that way?
Yeah, my favourite is just halfway through a meeting that's been going for, 3 minutes. You'll just go, alrighty then.
Okay, are we done here?
And we'll be like, no, we're still going. We've
Yeah,
just
we've just said
started,
hello.
man. We've literally just started.
Yeah. Hey, now coming up, we once and for all solve the question of whether Keysie's wearing a pink jacket or not, all right?
That was succinct. I like it. That is coming next. Oh, after some filter. This is a tune, fellas.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Radiohead there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Now, if you go on our Instagram account, you'll see a photo of Keyzie in his pink jacket, and we wanted to get the answer from you, the listeners out there. Is it pink or, as Keyzie puts it, faded red? Also, incidentally, stay on the Instagram because I believe Pugsan's just about to release a video, and YouTube. There's another one released on YouTube.
Which is the full outro.
The full outro. So
Which
go
is
and check
cool.
that out.
Yeah.
Both can be found. The Hauraki Big Show's Instagram is Hauraki Big Show, and on YouTube it's just under Radio Hauraki. So
Yeah.
this jacket that I'm wearing, I bought it. It was faded red, and now it's turned pink, according to you guys. So we've got a photo up there, and from the outset, you guys think it's pink, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's pink.
Yeah, and now the more that I've worn it, the more I think it's pink as well.
Oh, here we go.
so I'm
It's only that.
starting to think it is maybe
Here
a
he
wee
goes.
bit pink. So,
Yeah.
But
I mean,
this-
it is. I mean, you can get a pink thing and put it up against that, and they'd be the same colour. If it's not pink, I just don't know what else it could be.
Well, there was a good comment on the photo, on the post here. It's man salmon.
Man salmon. Yeah, it's man
Yes,
salmon.
salmon or a flaccid maroon.
I mean, it's it's interesting because and a lot of comments, can I say?
Sure.
But they're pretty much split. Except for Keyzie saying it was red when I bought it, which even that seems like a bit of a stretch to me. 100% pink. It's salmon. 1,000% pink. Pink. Salmon. The colour is man salmon, as Keyzie said. This one here, red.
Thank you.
Then it says, yeah, right.
Gotta be
got
good.
it.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
him,
yeah.
Tui got you right there, man.
Damn it.
It's pink, straight salmon, pink, man salmon, 100% pink, salmon, that is a pink jacket all day, pink, salmon, pink. There's not a single comment here other than that guy who nailed you, absolutely kicked your ass with
Wow,
that.
was
Yeah,
it
right
really?
comment.
No, it wasn't.
Absolutely destroyed you.
Look, I
buried you. 100% of them say it's pink.
I'm happy to go with salmon too, but
I don't
it
want to
is
be
pink.
wearing a salmon jacket.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
That's the only reason I'm willing to go with it. Is because
it's
salmon
worse.
is worse than pink.
I can't tell if this comment is negative or not. This is from the Gibson experience. It's pink, and I bet it goes real well with his jean shorts. That's a compliment, right?
I tell you what,
You got pink jean shorts.
They
No,
do.
I don't.
It does go really well with your orthopedic slippers.
Yes.
I don't wear orthopedic slippers, all right? I fell over wearing slides.
The only thing that would have made me happy if you fell over going up the stairs because of your orthopedic slippers and you landed in the dog wearing your pink jacket.
Yeah, well, it's just such a shame. I could have added that as well.
Anyway, we've settled it.
Yes, it's done.
Unanimously,
Absolutely.
it's a pink jacket. So that's good to get to the bottom of that, Keyzie.
My favorite comment is from a person who has a can of Red Bull as their profile on Instagram. It's Pink Boy. You colorblind or OTP? Okay, I wear a pink jacket. Is there anything wrong with that, fellas?
Oh, that's another issue
Yeah,
altogether.
we need to-
The first step is getting you to admit.
Yes. Okay, I'm wearing a pink jacket. All right.
Clip that off with your post.
No, yeah, so I'll clip it off and put it on the internet. Oh, Keyzie's got a pink jacket and he's putting himself in doggy. Oh,
With his
clip it off.
orthopedic slippers.
Clip it off, man. Yeah, this is good content.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Yeah.
Go, Jimmy, you good thing. You good thing. Let's talk TV. What's on the telly?
Oh,
with
yeah.
Mike Minogue.
I just watched another episode of Seinfeld in bed. Soup Nazi.
Oh,
An all-timer, Jase.
no
You love
soup
it.
for you, man.
No soup for you.
Funnily enough, I actually stumbled upon a Seinfeld episode.
Oh, yes.
Not last night, the night before, I think.
You almost tripped over one.
And then I just went, nah, I'm not doing it. Just
Cool.
because you guys have made me hate it so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
I watched last night. Very well done.
Oh, so good.
Very emotional.
Oh, yeah, I know. Was it an old man with a woolly jersey and a shirt on?
No,
didn't
not
he?
Live and Let Die. About Di Henwood and his
Oh,
journey.
did you?
Yeah. And I have to say, man, what an absolute backbone Di is. And it was really nicely done, really nicely put together, and what a hell of a journey he's been on.
Sure. As well as that on 3.
Yeah, on 3, yeah.
Okay.
And what a courageous bastard he is too. And, you know, you hear about these things and people going through that stuff, and you never really sort of get to see the dark moments and the times when he's alone dealing with all that stuff, talking to doctors, getting diagnoses and so forth. And, you know, his courage and the way that he's dealt with it is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for him as a human being, because I know if I was in that situation, I would not be handling it anywhere near the way that Di would be has been handling it. And certainly I recommend watching it because it's very moving and it's a really good watch.
What did you watch, Keyzie?
Is it weird that, because I do commentaries with him and stuff and podcasts, I'm almost scared to watch it? You know what I mean? Because it'll be quite confronting and full on, you know what I mean?
It is confronting, but the thing is, he had to confront a lot of stuff.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
If he can confront what he's confronted, you can watch a doco.
Yes.
I'm going to have a swing in it.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's really well done.
All right, I'll watch it. Last night I watched Celebrity Treasure Island on TVNZ Plus.
Talk about bring us down.
And they went to the merge. Starts with 2 teams, and then they always merge at some
when
point.
2 tribes go to 1.
That's right, and they're like, the goal is always to make the merge. However, the elimination that happened, one person last night is the most ripped person on the planet who happens to be a former warrior and Kiwis legend.
And Smoke Show.
And Absolute Smoke Show. The other person was a woman with a bung calf. And it was straight up who was the strongest. That was the elimination challenge.
Who won?
Wow, you have to watch, Mogi. I don't want to spoil it. But it was just like, this is stupid.
Right.
Like, imagine if it was Suzanne Paul up against, some
Jase.
big bugger. Like, oh, no, she'd probably win that.
She would.
That's
She
what I
would
mean.
win.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly. And
I-
so that was stupid, I thought.
I had a hell of an argument with my wife the other day because I discovered that she's secretly watching that show.
Yeah, is she enjoying it?
Yeah, she loves it.
I should come watch it with her.
Yeah, you should.
And my wife as well.
But maybe I'll send her to your house, actually, because I don't
that's
want
a
it
good
in my
solution.
house.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can come get her.
Yeah, that'd be good, actually. I
Yeah.
hate driving.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Bit of Pearl Jam for you there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show. Now, obviously, it's big news in radio Hauraki that our one and only Matt Heath is leaving the breakfast show, and it's their final week, fellas.
It is.
Where there's been a lot of reminiscing, a lot of emotion. I believe on the Thursday they're having a spa. Is that correct?
They are hopping in a hot spring spa at Hagley Oval
On Thursday.
on Thursday. That is where they'll be
that's right.
broadcasting from.
They're having a yarn with Kieran Reid
That's right.
and Daniel Vittori.
Yep.
From Team Rugby and Team Cricket.
Sure.
The old Black Clash there, so they'll be having a little bit of a yarn about that. It'll be good content. They've done a little bit of that before.
Yep.
Out of the old spa and that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, it is to celebrate the Black Clash, which is launching their ticket sales this Thursday. If you haven't got yourself on the list, do so at blackclash.co.nz. I'm going to miss Matty, fellas. We don't really, as Mike and I were just discussing while you were out of the office slacking off there, Jase. We were discussing
Eyes to
how
the front, maybe.
we don't really get to see Matt a lot.
No.
We never see them.
No,
Yeah.
we never see the Breakfast Boys, obviously
At
different
all.
times of the day.
But when we hang out, it's good, isn't it, fellas?
Yeah.
Do you hang out with Matt quite a lot, do you, Mogi?
No, I don't see him very much, as I say. I mean, he's in the mornings, I'm in the afternoon.
Oh, is that how it works?
And then after that, I'm at home with my kid, and then I'm in bed.
Yeah.
And well, his kids are growing, so he's enjoying his life. Not that I'm not.
Yes.
Just in a different way.
Yeah, cool.
You see what I'm saying?
And then when he's doing the Brekkie show, you're at home.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm at home, yeah.
Yeah.
And I listen
Or
to
at
them.
work.
I listen to them in the mornings. So I'll listen to that.
Or at work.
What?
You might be at work.
I might be at work, but either way I'll be listening.
No,
Do you know what I mean? I'm listening at least. I can say that.
He's at work in the afternoon, though, 4 till 7. That's our show.
But other work. I got other work in the
His
morning.
other work,
yeah,
Keyzie.
yeah.
Hang on. So when
God, what planet are you living on? Are you steamed?
You're
I'm
off
not
your head,
no,
man.
hang on. I'm just trying to figure out the logistics here. So
Oh, my God.
How often do you see Matt? Because you guys do a podcast together, right?
I haven't seen Matt for a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, it just doesn't seem, it doesn't
No, that
ring
is
true.
true.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Because don't you guys do a podcast together, don't you?
What's that one called?
Oh, the beach cricket or something. It's about cricket ACC chat, isn't it? You and
Beach
Matt.
cricket. Have you
Beach-
done that before? Beach cricket.
Oh, you're definitely steamed.
No, I'm
You're
not.
off your
Steve.
head, man.
What is going on?
I will be Friday.
Can I just tell you that this morning I was listening to the Matt and Jerry show, and they're on for the rest of the week. Get involved in it. And they did the 4 pillars of Matt Heath.
I didn't see those.
They did the 4 pillars of Matt Heath. One of them was sort of shoehorning in conversations about
Philosophers?
Stoics and
Oh
Yeah.
philosophers.
my God,
It's
yes.
so funny that you knew that without me even saying.
Absolutely.
I can't quite remember what the other 3 were, but
Can I
people will be
guess?
able to text and have a go.
3483 text through. I reckon one of them would be riding a punishing bike.
That wasn't one of them.
Okay.
I think that's more sort of Jerry's thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, him and
Yeah.
Matt Bridge.
being tan and no one knows why.
No,
That's Jerry as well.
That's
Jerry
Jerry
as well.
too. Yeah,
That's both of them.
yeah. So I think turning a win into a loss.
Turning a win, having a shocker and
Oh,
Rewalker.
I tell you what was. You drink what I give you, boy. That was one.
That's one of the 4
You drink
pillars.
what I give you, boy.
Yes.
And then so it should be. That's a great pillar. But we're going to find out what the other ones are. And it's been a bloody good show this week, and it is sad that it's over. I know that earlier on we were talking about things that make you cry, and somebody texted in and said when Matt announced that he was leaving, it made him piss his face, and I thought that was a beautiful sentiment, Jase.
Oh, yeah, piss his face.
Do you trim your downstairs?
Who?
No, this is one of the pillars.
Oh, right, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, it wasn't a
Yeah.
question. I know the answer to that, Mo.
I do.
Scorched
I don't
earth.
trim her, mate. I absolutely
Blast
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
mate. She's all over down there.
Whereas Jase, opposite.
Yeah, native bush down there for old Hoodie J.
Anyway, we're going to miss you, Matt.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Tuesday show, done and dusted, Mogi. You were thinking about, you were contemplating even having a bath tonight.
I was going to have a soak, man. I'm going to go home. I'm going to hang out with my daughter. She had a bunch of mates over
Oh, nice.
today. So we'll have a chat about that on tomorrow's show. 1.5 Mogies will be back. And yeah, I'll go home, have a yarn to them. And I was contemplating a soak, man.
Sure.
Soak and read a book, maybe.
I like soaking.
Do you like soaking what, though?
Just soaking my whole body.
Yeah, right. And what?
In hot water. Not anything else you might be insinuating, Mogi. I like a bath in water out of the tap. All right?
Yeah.
Out of the faucet.
You like the water
No,
out
don't.
of the tap.
Don't.
Good stuff, Keyzie. What are you up to
Don't say
tonight,
good
mate?
stuff, Keyzie.
Yeah, what are you up to, Woody J?
Yeah, oh, look. I was going to say I might just hang in the studio for a little while if you're thinking of walking to the car park. I've got stuff to...
Actually, we've
To
got
do.
we've got a pretty exciting week this week. I think I might be heading out on the hammer with old Keyzie on Friday night, which I'm pretty pumped about.
Are you really?
Yeah, I think so.
I wasn't invited to that.
Well, you were.
But you just told us that you're not interested.
Yeah.
It's Matt Heath's final day.
Yeah.
Jase.
So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feels like it'll be a bit of a night, and I've never kicked on with the fellas, so I feel like it's probably time.
What?
I like to drink in private.
Excuse me. Can I just bring up Brisbane?
Brisbane, yeah, that's true. But I've certainly never drunk. Yeah, right.
He did it. He brought it back.
What are you up to tonight, Keyzie?
I'm just having a soak.
In your jacket?
Yeah, I'm going to have a soak in my pink jacket, all right? I'm going to wear my pink jacket in the bathtub and my orthopedic slippers. All right, so...
Good stuff, mate.
And then I'll put my wife to bed.
Yeah, good. Hey, listen, make sure you go and check out the Instagram. Also, check out our podcast and YouTube. YouTube. Radio Hauraki.
Yeah.
Till tomorrow.
Wrap
See you
it up.
later.
Wrap
Bye.
it up, will you, Jay? Come on.